This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy to see if you could save when you bundle your home and auto policies. Try it at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
Why does Progressive work hard for truckers? Because truckers unite the world. They unite kids with their first drum sets and parents with earplugs. But truckers can't do this if they're not on the road. That's why Progressive has over 360 heavy truck employees to help truckers stay on time and on track. Quote truck insurance today in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Every day as a small business owner feels like solving a puzzle. One moment you're cruising along, and the next, there's a shipping snag that has you scrambling. But here's a surprise you will like. With Progressive, small business owners save 13% on their commercial auto insurance when they pay in full. So go ahead, surprise yourself. Get a quote in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Insurance isn't one size fits all. That's why drivers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years now. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they'll show you options that fit your budget. So whether you're picking out your first policy or just looking for something that works better for you and your family, they make it easy to see your options. Visit Progressive.com. Find a rate that works for you with the Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Yay Networks.
You're listening to the Chatty Daddies podcast.
Hello, welcome to the Chatty Daddies.
A podcast about three dads who think they are experts when it comes to being the best dads ever, but we're not.
And I would like to start the podcast by wishing a happy birthday to my brand new nephew, Dylan.
Ooh.
Dylan was born over the weekend. My brother Jarrett and his wife Haley. He's got a daughter Harper already. They're all very happy. So I'm sure, I bet we're going to have my brother on at some point.
Let's do it.
To talk about it. It might be a little bit. Dylan was born pretty early. And so he's hanging out in the NICU. Everything seems to be fine.
Okay.
It does not seem to be too scary. It was a little scary at first, but everything seems to be okay. Doctors are pretty optimistic. I can't give away too much of his story, but yeah,
Like how many
things
weeks
are good.
preemie?
6.
Oh my!
I guess
yeah,
5, 6. So it's pretty high. And so he was 3.5 pounds. Small little nugget.
What's the smallest preemie baby you've got? Not met, but maybe talked to parents.
Oh gosh, I mean, well, we work for the Kid Craddock Morning Show, and so we have an organization called Kids that works with terminally and chronically ill children. And I've heard stories from those parents of being like, "Here's little Stephanie. She was born at 1 pound."
Yeah,
that's what I was going to say.
The size of the size of a Coke bottle, the size of that could fit in the palm of your hand.
Yeah,
like just incredible stories. It's a miracle that they made it through.
The 1 pound baby is by far the smallest baby I've ever talked to a parent about, and the baby was doing okay. Walking around having a good time, but 1 pound is just so tiny.
Yeah, and I was talking to my brother, and he was saying that he didn't remember exactly the weight because they were telling him in grams, and he doesn't compute grams that well in his head.
Right.
But they just have to keep the baby in there cooking for under the lamps and stuff till it gains a certain amount of weight, and then he can go home.
Good.
And his organs are fine. He's breathing on his own, so that's good.
Yeah, I'd love to hear his story.
So
I'd
yeah,
love to hear the full thing.
I'm sure it was pretty crazy, a little stressful there for 24 hours or so, but then they got him out. Everything good.
Well,
Guys.
Happy birthday and happy Father's Day.
Oh,
It is Father's Day weekend.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
for
so
us.
I'd like to be the first to wish each of you a happy Father's Day.
Happy first Father's Day.
Thank you
Trey.
very much. I appreciate that.
Happy Father's Day, JC.
Thank you, Nick. Happy Father's Day to you as well.
And Trey, happy
I'm
Father's
expecting a bounty of gifts because I am the most important part of the child's life, and I think that I deserve to be showered and doted upon all day long.
You're hoping you get breakfast in bed?
Something with a lot of crumbs. Something so like I need dry toast. Is
that what fathers eat?
Yeah. Well, I need to get a bunch of crumbs in the bed.
So tell me how you feel about this, though. because Kaysen was supposed to take off and Chloe. They were supposed to take off for their first ever camp. But this is like sleepaway camp.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it's for a week. I'm the one that was a little I was hesitant about saying yes to this because I don't know who's going to be at this camp. I've just based on my experience as a child and what I went through, I'm very weary of other people being with my kids overnight.
Sure.
And so I reluctantly said yes. Kinsey was all for it. She's like, I went to a sleepaway camp all the time. It was the best. That's where I made so many friends. And I was like, all right, I was too poor to go to those, but I'm just scared. And she goes, it's going to be fine. Our friends are going to be out there with their son. They're doing all like the giving out food and stuff. So there's going to be people that we know out there with them. But then they were supposed to take off Father's Day. And when Kinsey told me this, at first I was like, oh, so they're just leaving me on Father's Day? And the kids were standing right there. And this was weeks ago, guys. And I could tell Kaysen was the one that did the most thinking about it. And I said, you know what? It's okay. It's for the kids. They're going to have fun. And I dropped it pretty quick. About 5-6 days later, Kaysen came up to me when I was in the office just working. And he came up to me and he goes, hey, Papa, I decided I'm not going to go to the camp. And I totally had forgotten about it. I was like, oh, really? Why? I was like, are you scared to like leave us for overnight, or what's going on, man? Everything's going to be fine. He goes, no, it's Father's Day, and I don't want you to spend Father's Day alone, and I know that's a very special day, so I want to stay here and spend it with you.
Aww.
That's very sweet.
And that night, like my son decided, instead of going to this dope camp and having fun with his boys, to stay home with his dad because it was Father's Day. Like he had that. Like I'm raising a nice person.
So the decision's final. He's not going.
He's not going. And I told him, no, man, go. It's okay. Go.
Is Chloe going?
No, she's not going to go.
Wow.
She decided I guess they made the decision together.
Yeah.
She wanted to stay here. My kids are really sentimental when it comes to me and Kinsey.
Did you get a full refund or?
We hadn't paid yet.
Okay,
yeah,
good,
we hadn't
good.
paid yet. But
I bet they were scared. I bet they just didn't. I bet they just didn't quite want to go.
That makes sense.
I wanted to think that it was just because they wanted to stay here.
I mean, I'm sure that may have played into it a little bit, but I bet they were just scared.
And then the excuse fell right into their lap. Now,
I don't want to like make you feel not good about yourself. Your kids love you.
yeah.
Thanks, Nick.
That's not what I meant by that.
Yeah, well, that's what you did. So thanks.
I already don't care about birthdays. Like my
All right.
birthday,
Same.
not important. Don't care. It's just another day of the week. Don't get me a card. You're just handing me something for me to throw away later.
I hate it when that people try and sing happy birthday to me, especially at a restaurant. Good Lord, it's just horrible.
So
I'm with you.
Kara and I have made a pact not to get each other cards, and we have this letter board that like you can just switch out all the letters on and write a nice sweet message. And we were doing that for a while, and then we moved, and Kara put it somewhere, and I don't know where it is, so I've had to start buying cards again. I need to find that thing so I can stop. Now, do y'all care about Father's Day?
I do, but I'm not butthurt. Like if my kids would have gone to this camp, I wouldn't be super hurt. I do care about it. I think it's sweet that they want to make me cards and their little gifts that they like to make me. But if they forgot and I realized it was Father's Day and nobody had said anything to me, I would be slightly hurt, but move on pretty quick.
Right.
I like it. I like the idea of it. My wife and I were not big gift people. I would rather go hang out, have a meal with my dad or something, rather than everyone running around putting a hassle to go get me a tie I'm going to wear once a year. Like, I don't need that. Let's just go hang out and have dinner, or everyone let's come over and swim. Like doesn't have to be a big to-do.
And who all gets you a gift for Father's Day? Like I got my mother-in-law flowers for Mother's Day. Mm-hmm. So do people give me? And Kara got a bunch of gifts for her first Mother's Day. Mm-hmm. Am I going to be getting gifts from randos?
No.
Oh,
no. The mom is the one who's celebrated the most, but us guys are forgotten, and rightfully so, because we're not doing a lot of the
that's
work.
fine.
I mean, we're just injectors, if you think about it.
Wow.
And here's the thing, though. In my family, I'm a strict believer of, or at least Kinsey and I are, of on Mother's Day and Father's Day, you get a present for the person who made you. So while I help the kids with their gift for Kinsey and stuff, it's not typically coming from me. I pay for it, and I'm there when they purchase it, but it's all on the kids. They're the ones that I tell you have to keep tabs on what mommy says she likes and doesn't like. You guys get to pick the gift, and we don't buy cards. You make the card.
Have you ever had to veto a gift? Have you ever been like, yeah, we're not getting that?
Yeah, dude. Chloe wanted to buy her mom some Gucci shoes or something.
Damn.
Absolutely not, young woman. We're not Gucciing it off over here on Mother's Day. I don't even know where you learned about Gucci.
I heard mommy wanted a Ferrari.
Yeah. You definitely want to put a cap on how much money they want to spend.
Yeah, and Chloe, don't pull this one over. You and your mom don't wear the same size.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
So don't get your size hoping your mom can wear them.
Yeah, don't be wild. But I will say that I got the best gift that I've gotten in the last few years that is sentimental was on a Father's Day. And it was right after Chloe was born, and Kinsey took me to lunch. And we went down into the city, because we live in the suburbs. We went down into the city, and we were sitting on this rooftop restaurant, and Kinsey goes, do you notice something about where we're eating? And I said, yeah, it's a rooftop. And she goes, do you see anything familiar over there on the street? And I was like, yeah, that's my tattoo shop where I get my tattoos. That's where my buddy Gerald's shop is. And she goes, huh. Obvious. Yeah, I mean, like she gave it away right there.
She's great at keeping secrets.
Yeah, right. So I'm like, okay, so why did you want to bring up that my tattoo shop is right there? And then she reaches into her purse and she pulls out Chloe's her little footprints that I have tattooed right here. And she goes, I got you a tattoo for Father's Day. And we went and got my tattoo done because I already had Kaysen's handprint. Mm-hmm. We did Chloe's footprints that day for Father's Day. And I thought it was sweet because it was a surprise. I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't expecting it. That's my favorite one that I've gotten for Father's Day.
How long do footprints, handprints take to tattoo?
I think this was, I want to say like 2 hours, maybe 2.5, 3 hours, depending on how good your artist is. My artist is pretty good. Like he makes it look pretty realistic.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was about 2.5 hours.
Does look pretty good.
I'd say my wife and I, again, we don't do gifts that much, but a good gift was given to me recently. And it was good because I wasn't expecting to get a gift. It was good because my wife said that she would never allow them in the house. She said, hey, I got you an early Father's Day present. And she gave me TV trays.
Yes.
I had TV trays growing up. I loved them, had some in college, thought they were awesome. And then when I got married, my wife was like, no, we're not going to have TV trays. So she got me some. We're doing some remodeling in the house. And so our kitchen is all under plastic wrap and stuff. So she just said we could use these right now for the next few weeks. And they've been awesome.
Did you get, like, are they wooden?
Wooden trays. Yeah, wooden.
They have the X legs, like where they fold down.
Yeah,
but
they have the X type legs. And it's sturdy. It's nice. So I'm super happy with them.
I've never had TV trays, but hearing you talk about them makes me want them so bad.
You know, normally I just hover over the ottoman in the living room or the coffee table, whatever is there in front of us. I just kind of hunch over underneath there. But the TV tray, you get to sit up a little bit. It's very nice.
Now, did you buy 4 TV trays, one for the whole family, or you just have the 2 for the parents?
Just two. The kids are way too small for them right now. But man, I've been using them. Had a hamburger on them recently. Had some sandwiches. It's been great.
Now, would you use an adult high chair?
I mean, no, but that's kind of what it is.
It's a real thing. You can buy them for about $375 from an Etsy shop. I've looked into it. Don't worry, guys.
Yeah, I don't know if I would want to do. You're the one that wanted to start a restaurant where they feed you like babies.
Thought it would be funny, and then Kelly from the Kid Craddock Morning Show ended up making it into a sexual thing. It was not meant to be sexual. I didn't realize that it was a fetish thing.
It is, yeah.
And then it turns out that a lot of freaks like it.
Trey wants to be a diaper daddy.
Yeah. Speaking of freaky, for Valentine's Day, now that we're talking about TV trays, you should when Kara's out, get yourself all set up by the couch.
Yeah.
And then put food all over you.
Body
and be her TV tray.
I'm now a TV tray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just an idea for Valentine's Day next
I like it.
Year.
Here's where I tie in a little brag to tie back into a baby restaurants tray. I was in Paris once.
Oh, boy.
Paris, please.
Paris once. And if you ever go to Paris, I don't know what the name of this place was, but if you're at the Moulin Rouge, okay, that's in Paris, you turn around and you go up a street.
What's the Moulin Rouge? That's a real thing? I thought it was just a movie.
No, it's based on a real place.
Is it a club or something?
Yeah, it's like what you see in the movie. Oh. Anyways, there's a restaurant there, and they serve wine in baby bottles. So you just say red or white, and they bring out a baby bottle with like a rubber nipple, and you suck your wine out of it.
And I bet this place is a tourist.
It is a
gold
tourist.
mine.
It's awesome. It's tiny. It's a small restaurant, but it's a line out the door every night.
So there's a business model already in place for this. It may be a niche group of people, but you know what? It's making them some money.
But they're not sitting in high chairs.
Well, this is how I add on to their idea and make it worth more.
France is weird, man, because I've seen pictures. My father lives in France with his wife and my 2 little brothers, and it is common for children to have a little wine as well at dinner.
Nice.
Oui.
Yeah.
Boys, we are talking about Father's Day and everything, so I thought I should read this message that we got on our Instagram DMs from Joseph Mouton. Hope I'm pronouncing that right, Joseph. Joseph said, we were talking in a podcast previously about who the best father is. Ooh. And so he gave us his rankings.
Okay.
I love it. Rankings.
I love it.
The dads of the show.
It was a very short message. He just said, best to least best dad.
Oh, crap.
What do you want to hear? Do you want to hear best dad first or worst dad first?
Well, you got to go worst first.
You got to go
and then get it
worst. But it doesn't really matter. It'll take 2 seconds.
Yeah, okay. So coming in at number 3, worst dad on the show is me.
Nick, I'll take it. That's a win for me. That's a win.
Yep.
How the hell is Trey in the top 2? He's been a dad for less than a year.
I'm probably number 1.
And so I'll just say number 1. Coming in at number 1, best dad of the 3 of us from the Chatty Daddies, according to Joseph Mouton on Instagram. Number 1 best dad, JC.
Oh, Joseph, my man.
Now this sounds like it's playing into the fame factor. He's just sucking up to JC because people know him from the radio.
He's going with the experience. You know?
Well, thank you, Joey, for not putting me last. I appreciate it.
He did end it by saying, "Love you, Nick. Thanks."
Yeah, it always helps when somebody says something like that, but they say love you, like they just let you know.
Love you.
I don't hate you.
How long?
Spit facts.
After reading that, how long did it take you to shake it off?
Oh, it's fine. It doesn't bother me. Okay. I immediately just forwarded it to my email so that I could remember to say it on today's podcast.
That's at Chatty Daddies. If you want to rank us, make sure to leave your name, and we'll start ranking people each week.
Speaking of great dads, real quick, we've had visitors for the last 2 months. I've had a visitor. At least somebody from Kinsey's family's coming in. We've had weddings and everything. This past weekend, we had her cousin come in. Now, this is on the tail end of me having to kick somebody out for the first time out of my house. I had to kick someone that was staying with us out of the house just because it was not going well. They said some things about my kids that I didn't really appreciate it, and I kicked them out. I said, get out of my house.
Yikes.
Okay, so this is the next people that came in. They came in hot, and I'm already like, dang, I hope this doesn't happen again. It was Kinsey's cousin. Her name is Kylie, husband's name is Ryan, and they have a little boy named Fletcher. This child is about 1.5 years old, is the best, most well-behaved child I have ever come across. And we've been across a lot of kids, guys. We've gone to kids. We've seen each other's kids. I know my kids can be damn sure annoying.
Oh, yeah.
Nick's been a part of that. When they go to the office, Trey, you've seen it. This child is so well behaved that in the 4 days they were at my house, I never heard him cry once.
Wow.
Very nice.
Aside from him, like when he woke up one time, he had a little nightmare. He woke up crying, but I don't count that as crying. He had I think he had a nightmare. My man's was scared and he was crying. Aside from that, always smiling, always saying thank you, always hi, playing with just the nicest kid. In fact, I knew this kid was so like cool under pressure. We went to a restaurant and there was a little play area. This kid came up trying to hug him and he didn't want to get hugged. So he turned around and started walking away. He walked away from the situation. The other kid tackled him. Tackled him, dude.
Okay.
And again, we're talking about 1.5-year-old kids. So they're little tiny kids. Tackles him, takes him to the ground. When he falls to the ground, he's just looking at his dad, Ryan, just like, hey, bro, what the hell's going on here? You know, like, are you going to come get this child off of me? Staring up at him. Then the kid's climbing all over him and bouncing on him. Not one peep of crying. Just waiting for the dads to come and get him off. And I was like, where did I, how?
Yeah. What did I do wrong? What is it?
Like, how do you make a child that is that awesome, that well behaved, that cool, ate everything they put in front of him, just would eat it, didn't complain, not one bit, just broccoli, cool, I got it.
That's the
corn,
same thing.
done.
JC, it's like my brother. He has a daughter named Harper. She's so well behaved. She's a few months younger than my son. She's so well behaved, so nice, easy to get along with. And it's just like, what? And here's my kid complaining about something, ridiculous or crying about something dumb. And it's like, well, what happened? What happened here?
Did y'all make a deal with the devil or something? Like, how did you do that? Like, it was incredible to watch how awesome and well-behaved this kid was.
Do you have the nature versus nurture dialogue running in your mind? You're like, are they just super lucky, or am I a terrible parent?
I think it was a little, from what I think therapists will tell you, every kid has a different personality. This child just happens to have a really cool, calm, collected personality. Because I was watching him parent, like they still talk to him the way we talk to our kids when he did something he wasn't supposed to. Hey, we don't do that, But yeah, it was just him. I think it's just that, that's just him. That's
I'm going to go
personality.
80% nature, 20% nurture.
Across the board, that's how you think life goes? Like you think that, or it's this case, 80%.
Maybe that case.
Yeah.
Maybe that case.
Because I feel like nurture plays a whole lot into it. Like,
it does help.
If your kids are bad, probably not great parents.
Well, they always say this is what they say at school, right? Like when your kids start getting bullied, and this is what I have to tell my son. Like when there's a kid that's trying to constantly make fun of him or poke at him, or they're trying to instigate something, I go, look, it's not you. There's something happening at home, whether it be with his parents or an older brother, older sister, where they're getting something's happening where they're taking that frustration out on you.
Yeah, so that's nurture.
Yeah, that's nurture. I don't know.
So I guess that means, yes, not bad parents, but
maybe
nurture.
60-40. How about that? 60-40. 60 natural, and then the nurturing actually amplifies it maybe. I don't know. I don't know the correct science behind it.
It's on you. If you have bad kids, it's on you, and I judge.
But I mean, if, a junior high kid kills another classmate, is that all the parents' fault?
Whoa, boy,
that's what we're talking. That's essentially the argument here.
You're 100% right, and I'm not prepared to defend my stupid comments.
You can't put that on the parent because the kid's a little messed up.
I'm just making inflammatory remarks, and you're taking it to a real place. I'm just trying to get people riled up.
Hey, you've seen those parents. We all know those people that are like the nicest, kindest people. Everybody loves them, but then their kids are the ones that we try to avoid. There's always that. So there's a little bit of everything. It's different with every case.
Look, we all have something going on at home, whether we tell those around us that we have something going on at home. And if you need someone to talk to, we want you to turn to the professionals at BetterHelp. BetterHelp is an online counseling service that we've been talking about for a while, and we talk about it because it works. It's a safe, private, online environment, and you can talk to a counselor right from the comfort of your own home.
Yeah, what interferes with your happiness? Or is there something preventing you from actually achieving your goals? BetterHelp is going to help assess your needs, and then they match you with your own licensed professional therapist.
You can message them anytime, day or night, 3 o'clock in the morning, and something's bothering you, got your anxiety up. You can message your therapist at BetterHelp and make sure that you get the help you need. If you have depression, stress, anxiety, there's a relationship issue, maybe you're dealing with some grief. I know that this past year has not been easy for anybody, and BetterHelp is there to help.
And of course, anything you share is confidential, it's convenient, they're professional, it's affordable, they have tons of testimonials posted all the time on their site, so check them out at BetterHelp.
And look, here's the thing. This isn't a crisis line. This is actual therapy. In fact, so many people have been using BetterHelp that they're recruiting additional counselors in all 50 states. But if you want to start living a happier life today, as a listener of our podcast, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor at BetterHelp.com/daddies. Join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/daddies.
So my son Davis, 4.5, and my daughter Ellie, 2.5, they just did some swim lessons.
Awesome.
We had been doing swim lessons like at a big swim center that has a giant pool with tons of coaches and stuff like that. We've been doing that for a long time since my son was like 10 months old. But anyways, this year we just thought we would switch it up, and we did one at somebody's house. So there was only like 4 other kids in the class, and it was just them and a few teachers.
And how did y'all set that up? Did you set it up through the school? Or
no, it was something that my wife found through the neighborhood community and signed up. It's hard to get in, so you have to text a certain number at a certain time. It was very competitive. It's very hard to get in. Anyways, we got our kids in, and it was a little nerve-wracking. JC, you were talking about your kids earlier going to stay-away camp, sleepover camp.
Yeah.
And so this was somewhat the same. So you go, and you drop the kids off, and then you just leave. The parent leaves. The parent doesn't stick around. It's just one-on-one with the coaches and the kids.
And that's not how it was when you were at the big swim school,
No, at the
right?
big swim school, half the time I'm in the pool with them. Then once they get old enough, I just sit outside a big window 4 feet away from the pool, but just separated by a window.
Oh, I would have so much anxiety doing that.
I did too.
So you may be getting to this, but why? Why do you leave?
Well, I think it's just so that they're more focused on the teacher. They're not distracted by the parents.
Okay.
And they can just focus more one-on-one.
Kids tend to do a little bit better when they're being worked with, or somebody else is working with them than us, because they already know us and they push our buttons and they're willing to say no to us.
Okay.
Yeah, and if mom and dad are sitting right there, they may not, pay attention to the coach. They'll be trying to get up out of the pool and come sit with us. Anyways,
okay,
it was a little crazy, but they had a little show-off day, and so they got to show off everything that they learned that week on the very last day of swim lessons. And my son has no filter. He will say anything all the time, and I think some of his coaches get a little annoyed by it because he's just a constant chatterbox.
Okay.
He always wants to talk to the people in authority while they're trying to, do something, coach something. Anyways, swim lessons went great. That's not where the story's going. But my son, he just said the most random thing, and everyone thought it was funny. Maybe my son's going to be a comedian. I don't know. But the teacher was talking to the parents. Okay, this is why we do this. This is why we do that. And here's an important thing to work with your kids. And then my son raised his head and he goes, Coach Caleb, Coach Mr. Caleb. Yes, Davis? We don't have a stove to make eggs in the morning. That's what he wanted to stop down the entire swim class. There's 15 parents standing around, and everyone laughs. It's very funny.
Yeah.
But it's just okay, we stopped everything down for that. Thank you.
How did the coach react?
He just kind of shrugged it off and laughed and stuff. But it was just as the parent, it's kind of why is my kid doing that? But then all the other parents thought it was hilarious.
That's good.
I remember when we were at a movie premiere with Demi Lovato for the Smurfs movie. And Demi Lovato was doing a Q&A with fans. But kids get too shy. Nobody asks any questions, right? So Kaysen asked one question, right? And we moved on. And Demi Lovato gets done talking, goes, all right, well, if there's no further questions, I would like to introduce the movie, and starts basically diving into getting the movie going. And then all of a sudden I see a little hand raised up in the air and it's waving around, and I look up there and I'm like, oh crap, that's my son again. And Demi's actually ignoring it because they're to start the movie at a certain time, and he's waving his hand, and he finally screams out, I have a question again. And Demi Lovato stops the entire thing, points at him and goes, yes. And Kaysen goes, I don't remember.
Right.
And I could just hear everybody's eyes roll to the back of their head, like, who is it? Who brought this kid? And I was like, dude, we got to go, man. Kids, they will embarrass you in public settings.
So, boys, we've all thought about, going on vacation with kids, and it's once you go on them, I've heard that it can be pretty rough going on some vacations with kids, and a lot of parents are just looking forward to leaving the vacation because the vacation is so stressful. Would you have done what this one woman in Florida did? She's been charged with 2 misdemeanors of child neglect.
Yes, I would have done it.
Okay.
That's all I needed to know.
She was in Florida. She left her 2 elementary school kids at home alone because she needed to go on a trip to California. She was going to take the kids, but they made her mad, so she made him stay at home while she went on the trip. And they didn't show up to school for a while. The school was like, what's up? And then they visited, and they said, well, Mom's in California.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no. Yeah. How old are they again?
Elementary school age. They didn't list the names of the kids, but elementary school.
So somewhere between 1st and 5th grade.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to leave my kid at home for a few days. Maybe if I'm going to the grocery store for 10 minutes, but...
No.
Yeah, how long do you leave your kids? What's the amount of time that they are allowed to stay at home by themselves?
I was in 5th grade. I stayed home for about a week by myself.
Whoa, that's this new story. Child neglect.
Now, there's a very good explanation for this. I don't want people to think my parents are awful human beings.
If your mother got kidnapped by the cartel, we have been burying the lead.
Let me tell you what I remember from that night. I remember I was already sleeping, but I remember hearing commotion opening my eyes, seeing my dad holding my mom over his shoulder. She's limp, not awake. And yeah, right? Yeah, no, Trey, you're probably thinking like, this is how Dateline starts. Him saying, your mom is not doing okay. I'm taking her to the hospital. Didn't see them for a week.
This is shady.
Aside from a couple phone calls from my dad, what ended up happening is my mom had a brain aneurysm.
What?
Yeah. And these things can take people out. Like, the survival rate on these are not very good.
Yeah.
She said her head was hurting. All of a sudden she lost it. Like, she was out, and my dad knew something was up, and he had to get her to the hospital. He didn't even wait for the ambulance to show up, mostly because we didn't have insurance at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But he grabbed her and put her in the car and took her straight to the emergency room, where the doctors had to do some sort of procedures, and they kept her there for about a week. And my dad would go to work, get off work. He would come home and bring me food, and then he'd go straight to the hospital.
Wow.
But my job was to wake up and go catch the bus to go to school, come home from school, go straight to the apartment, do my homework, and sit there until my dad called me. But I did that for about a week in 5th grade.
So they created BetterHelp/daddies for people like you.
Yeah.
Because that sounds like something that's very traumatic.
What else would my parents have done? We had no family in the United States. They had 0 friends.
Yeah.
Right? They had no friends. They literally had no adult friends. That they just had me. And so, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And they told me not to tell my teachers, so I didn't.
Wow.
Just in case.
That is a crazy story.
And my mom survived a brain aneurysm. That's the craziest part about
Allegedly, it was a brain aneurysm. We don't really know if it was a brain aneurysm. That's what he told you.
She told me. And then they got pregnant the year after that. In 6th grade, left me home alone for about a week when they were out there with my sister at the hospital. But I was already experienced. I already knew how to handle it.
Okay, on the same track, there's this news story from somewhat recently. You guys may have heard this, but a woman, she's 37, she's from South Africa. She claims to have given birth to 10 babies at once, which would make it a record.
This story is wild, and she had no help. It was all natural, right?
Well, this story says it was a C-section at 29 weeks.
No, I'm not talking about all natural, but I'm saying she didn't. It wasn't like in vitro or anything like that.
Correct.
That sometimes gives you a chance to
conceived naturally. This woman already has a set of twins who are like 6 or something like that. And she says that she thought that she was going to have like 6 or 7, and then a later scan in her pregnancy saw there was 10, so they took him out early. The Guinness Book of World Records has not confirmed it. It's not officially a world record, but a woman a few months ago, back in May, gave birth to 9, and that was confirmed.
No. Just no.
Yeah. So they're trying to figure out if she's actually telling the truth or not.
And she thought
no
there
one
was
knows.
8 in there and like 2 were extra or something. It's, wow.
Yeah. So,
okay, well, this is easy. Like, let me go ahead and put on my forensics hat. This is an easy way to tell if she had all of those children at once, right? You take the blood, test blood from each of the babies and the mother, see if they are a match. You can tell how long ago the baby was born, right? Like if they're
doctors were there.
Yeah, talk to a doctor too. Yeah, I mean, on top of that, yeah.
True, yeah.
Hey, I pulled out 10 babies out of this woman, so I was there.
Yowza.
I saw it happen.
10.
Man, can you imagine just trying to go to sleep at night?
Oh, yeah, no way. There's pictures of this lady
10?
online, and her belly is just enormous, and it's just impossible.
One baby cries and wakes up the 9 other babies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or the 2 younger twins are being jerkwads, and they're not getting enough attention, so they want to wake up all the babies. Oh, no.
And how big of a stroller do they make?
Exactly.
Like you can get a triplet, maybe even a quadruplet stroller if you have something, just somebody make it for you. You can't make a 10-seater.
There's not a car that you can have to take those kids.
Yeah,
I mean, you have to have a school bus.
You got to get the short bus. Yeah, you got to get one of those little small buses.
Can you imagine trying to teach all 10 of those kids to read?
Nope.
Oh, my gosh. It would just be impossible. It's impossible to do with one kid, Trey.
Well, not if you have Hooked on Phonics.
That's right.
You're right.
You are right, Trey. Tell me about it.
Yeah, well, finding the right program to help your child or 10 of your children to learn to read can be daunting. You have to find something that's both engaging and proven to get results. And we have something for you. Hooked on Phonics has been the most trusted program to help kids learn for nearly 35 years. which is why I decided to get in on that program for my child. We've been trying to get Quade to learn the alphabet. It's not going to happen for a little while, but it's never too soon to get them started. We are on their pre-reader learning kit, and they've got all these stories that are super simple for kids to understand.
Yeah, Hooked on Phonics sent my kids a package that included some flashcards. So it has the letter, it has, a little picture that goes along with it, A, apple, B, banana, stuff like that. So that has actually been pretty helpful with my kids.
Yeah, because a lot of kids are more hands-on when it comes to learning. They're not, they're not just visual. They got to feel something. They got to see it. So with Hooked on Phonics, you get unlimited access to their powerful reading app, which is awesome as well, along with workbooks that give your child essential hands-on practice to reinforce the skills that they're building in the app. So give your child the confidence that reading brings with Hooked on Phonics. Visit hookedonphonics.com/daddies and receive your first month for just $1. That's it right there. $1 will do it. That's Hooked on Phonics, PHONICS.com/daddies to get that first month of Hooked on Phonics for just $1. hookedonphonics.com/daddies.
Hey, would you guys like to hear something that a fan wrote us? They have a question.
I would love to get a
You can
question.
always ask us questions. Hit us up. All the ways to contact us are in the description of this podcast. Candace wrote us and said, "Hey, guys.
Hey,
Chatty
Candace.
Mommy. Hi, Candace.
Love the podcast. I do have a quick question for you three. I have 13-year-old twins, one boy, one girl. My question is, they are definitely at an age where they are curious about the opposite sex.
Oh, this
yes.
is going weird.
It's not weird.
Okay.
My husband and I don't know if we should have a more in-depth talk with them about the birds and the bees at the same time or separate. I want each of them to know how the other sex feels about things like intimacy and consent. My husband feels like it should be separate, and he doesn't want them to get embarrassed or weird in front of the other person. Thoughts?
Separate.
I would do it together.
Oh, boy.
I'm wondering if it's a combo of both.
A little bit, because listen, I know there's things we have to learn about ourselves and our body, but it also helps if we know about the opposite sex and what they're dealing with.
Was it, or did one of you guys learn about the opposite in like elementary school, like during the puberty talks?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Because we never really learned about that very much.
We had
that I can think of
in our classroom, because in some schools, I think we were talking about this. They separated you guys.
Yeah, they
boys went to
separated
the one room.
us. Yeah.
In ours, in elementary school, it was guys and girls. They were teaching us everything, including one girl named Brittany in our class that was chewing condoms like bubblegum. That's why I remember it. So
how'd she turn out?
I think is okay. I think she's doing good.
Okay.
I think she's married and
Pregnant pretty early on?
No, she did not get pregnant early on.
Somehow there were holes in that condom I used.
No, but yeah, I think there's benefit to whatever way you decide to go with this. But I personally think sitting them down together and letting them, air their questions that they may have could be beneficial. And if you feel like you didn't get it all out there, then at that point, maybe you sit them separately and go over a couple things.
Well, my thought is I would be uncomfortable sitting in the same room as my sister and hearing about the penis and the vagina, sperm, ovulation, periods. Like, it would all just be like, I'm sitting next to my sister.
Yeah.
Like, it would be a story that we would tell. Although I guess everybody kind of talks about their birds and bees talks throughout their life as a kind of a joke. But it would just be a constant joke to me that I would have to retell an awkward story about. Yeah, my mom and dad set me and my sister down.
And I know hearing your mom say erection is not the most fun thing to.
Yeah.
It's not the most fun way to spend a Tuesday night.
Oh, your mom said erection?
No, I'm just saying if they have the talk with their kids, I would assume the dad would talk to the boy and the mom would talk to the girl.
What'd your mom say, Stiffy?
Boner?
Your mom?
I don't remember.
Mom throwing out a boner?
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what my mom said. I think my mom finally brought it up when I had already gotten sex ed, and I'm like, I already know, Mom. I'm good. Thanks.
I think I'm going to stick with
laying pipe.
Candace. I'm sticking with it's a combo. I think you each take turn, or dad takes the boy, you take the girl, and you do some pretty in-depth discussions maybe, and then maybe it's come together and it's like, hey, do you guys have any questions? Or that's when you hammer home. I shouldn't say hammer. That's when you really talk about consent, is like what she said was important for her, and maybe intimacy. Like, it would be important for maybe the boy to hear from a girl.
Yeah.
How girls feel, and maybe the same way the girl to hear what guys I don't know. That's
There's a couple
weird
things girls
situation.
probably don't want to hear about. Like, they probably don't want to hear about like dudes that experience like wet dreams and stuff. That's
Totally.
an embarrassing thing for dudes to go through. And yeah, so there's a few things that you can omit during the both
joint,
of them in the same, the joint conversation that you can hold off for the single conversation.
Yeah, you should do it separately first. I agree. And then when you get them together, compare notes. And so the boy who's been talking to dad be like, all right, so dad says that the female orgasm is a myth. Is that what you got? Did mom say that too? No?
No?
Dad?
Huh? What?
Dad?
Huh? Dad said that a normal was 5 times a week. Is that right, Mom? What? Huh? No?
Nope.
Well, that does it for this episode of the Chatty Daddies.
Happy Father's Day to all of the dads out there, and to the deadbeat dads that suck. We hate you.
No, we don't hate you. Do better.
What?
Do better.
No,
You can
I
still
hate
fix
you
it.
until you do better.
Right now, you suck.
Yeah.
Today is the day. This
Fix it and
weekend is
make it better.
celebrating the good dads.
That's right.
Yeah.
Next week, just try and do better.
But here's the thing. I don't think deadbeat dads listen to us. I think it's all dope dads.
Maybe.
That's a good
All our
point.
DDs, it's all dope dads out there. And chatty mommies.
I wouldn't think
All
that
of our
the
double
guy,
Ds?
if somebody ran out on his family and left the financial obligation all to the single mother, I don't think that he's picking up the phone and going, I'm going to listen to Chatty Daddies
Exactly.
today. That makes sense. You're right.
We got nothing but studs on here and studettes.
Oh, leave us a review, leave us a rating in whatever app you use, and of course, send us a comment at Chatty Daddies on Instagram, and you can leave us a message at the number listed in the description of this podcast. Love you.
Love you. And no need to rank us anymore. We already got the rankings. Thank you.
The Chatty Daddies Podcast.
Every day as a small business owner feels like solving a puzzle. One moment you're cruising along, and the next, there's a shipping snag that has you scrambling. But here's a surprise you will like. With Progressive, small business owners save 13% on their commercial auto insurance when they pay in full. So go ahead, surprise yourself. Get a quote in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Why does Progressive work hard for truckers? Because truckers unite the world. They unite kids with their first drum sets and parents with earplugs. But truckers can't do this if they're not on the road. That's why Progressive has over 360 heavy truck employees to help truckers stay on time and on track. Quote truck insurance today in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy to see if you could save when you bundle your home and auto policies. Try it at progressive.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.